So another thing actors talk a lot about is that it's difficult to practice as an actor. You can't just, no one wants to just sit and do monologues all the time. The skill is about interacting with other humans, so how do we practice? Well, one thing that is present in all stories, because stories are showing revelations that come through struggle is about conflict, is conflict. Conflict is about opposition. All art has contrast. Contrast is how we see clearly in the middle. So when you want to create opposition, or polarity as Michael Chekhov calls it, a great exercise to work on is what I call the countering exercise. And the idea here is simply that whatever your scene partner gives you, or you can just listen to someone say something to practice on your own, or something you hear on TV, you respond in the dead opposite tonality and intention. And the idea is that you instantly create opposition, which is where the art lies, and that should start to inform you as to where your character comes from. A strong choice will teach you, a weak choice leaves you lost. So if your partner maybe comes up to you and says, "Hey, how are you?" You respond, "I'm fine. How are you?" Now we've done something. From that, I could say, well, why would someone respond that way? Okay, well, maybe this person has issues with intimacy. They had a very cold parent. All of this psychology fills in from behavior versus trying to find psychology and then build behavior off it. It's never going to work. You have to find inspired, interesting choices that teach you about the character. And as Phil Hoffman says, even if they're the wrong choices, they will point you to the right choice and create an aura around you that becomes your magnetism. So the idea that you know all of the potential choices that your character could make and choose the specific one through rehearsal and having done things, that makes your character much larger and much more human. Using the countering exercise is a great way to practice your skill of being having artistic contrast on screen, and a skill of just being present and responsive. You can listen to lines you hear said on TV or things that people say and just counter them instantly. Anything. "Hey, how are you doing?" "I'm fine. How are you?" Let's try and connect. So just whatever comes at you, you give it the opposite. If you want to practice with someone else, then, set it up where one of you comes in with one thing and just do the opposite, and you can build a whole thing off that. And by having these inspired choices, even if they're wrong, you instantly start to learn. If it's wrong, you learn why it's wrong. Well, my character's a people pleaser. They wouldn't do that. But I know that because I tried. You learn way more through doing than you ever will through thinking. So get on your feet and start acting with your body.